What is happening with the men in the world? They want to be catered to. They
I can't even. When I hear it out loud, it just sounds.
They want to be catered to. They give you bare minimum. They don't want to spend money.
This is what it sounds like when a woman is past the prime. This is what it sounds like when a woman is washed up, she's used goods, she exhausted all of the potential men in her life that was going to be a good man to her. She dismissed all those dudes and constantly choose to return back to the streets.
I was horny during my pregnancy. I'm horny now. I'm horny all the time.
She be trying to rule me in the bedroom, but it ain't happening.
But my name, guys, is with an I. My government name is with an I. So that's why he has it on his back with an I.
I try love in, I would say, the fantasy fashion, you know? And that is, it's like, okay, just love a girl through whatever.
Said I've been love. Honey.
Don't let nobody tell y'all that there ain't no good men out here. Because this man right here, he's amazing.
Look, understand something. In case you guys don't know, the only time a woman say things like this is when she's not used to dealing with good men. So fellas, keep that in mind.
Me and April share so many intimate things, like our child being born in that moment, you know, her pushing, walking up the hill, you know. There's certain things that within our relationship, it's just, it can't be explained. April can be a very special woman.
This is how a man sounds when he's in love. When a man is in love, he's blinded by that woman's actions. And fellas, like I always tell you dudes, man, the signs are always there. And sometimes, because you're blinded, you might not be able to see the signs. But if your mother have an issue with a woman that you're dealing with, pay attention to that.
The very first thing that you said to me was, you just don't think that I'm fit to be a mom. I've yet to see you make any type of sacrifices.
You got to understand your mother is not in love with her. Your mother is seeing her for who she is. By your mother being a woman, she will know the type of games that women play. She will be able to see them a mile away because she's a woman.
In 2016, the split between Omarion, the former B2K frontman, and Apryl Jones, his partner and co-star on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, took fans by surprise. The couple, who had become well-known figures on reality TV and social media, had just welcomed their second child, Aye, before announcing their separation. Omarion was focused on his music career and comeback, which was a significant aspect of their relationship dynamics as portrayed on the show. The demands of his career, including touring, reportedly put a strain on their relationship. Despite the challenges, the couple initially maintained a level of privacy regarding the details of their breakup.
Why did y'all break up?
We have two different versions of love. And because we experience love differently, we convey that differently. And our languages just don't match up. We're not able to communicate with one another.
I feel like that was a really trying time. We were young, you know what I mean? I feel like, you know, both of us were new at having obviously children, and I was going through postpartum with my daughter, and I feel like he was trying to figure out his life dynamic with his mom and his family, and I was trying to sort through my feelings with postpartum, and I think it was something he didn't know how to really, he didn't have the tools, and he didn't know how to sort that out to be there and provide and support for me emotionally. And so I felt alone. I felt neglected. I felt like...
And this is why you can't save a bird. She will never take accountability. She will never say, It was me. Because here's the reality. Her main objective was to get with this dude, have his kids. She'd be set, right? She could live off the child support. And then, of course, a bird always returned back to the streets. So when she was ready to return back to the streets, this was her excuse. Oh, it's him. He wasn't there to support me. I got abandonment issues. So whole time, if that's the case, go heal. Go heal. Why prey on a good man? Sad, only to power up and return back to the streets. And look at what she did after she returned.
Twerking by the tacos. Twerking on the stove. Damn, April?
Man, she couldn't wait to return back to the streets. She went crazy ASAP. And here's the thing. Game didn't have to put in no work.
Always remember, one man's 2-year relationship is another man's one-night stand. Play it safe, fellas.
Why? Because he knew how to treat a bird like a bird. He knew her energy. That's who she is. She a dog. Straight fun girl. Sad. But it continues.
I interviewed Drew
Oh,
Fizz.
okay.
Such a nice guy.
Yeah.
I really liked him. And he told me that the highlight of his career so far is reuniting with you and rekindling your friendship. And I thought that was so poignant because everyone else was talking about, oh, my Grammy nominations, my, which are all great things, whatever. But for him to say that the best thing that's happened to him in his career is rekindling a friendship with you, really spoke volumes. What's been the biggest highlight of your career thus far?
To date, I would say actually probably getting back cool with Omarion, my group member. That's like my bro. We've been kind of like off for a while, so being that we rekindled our friendship and everything, it's like it's a good energy and good vibe for me now in my life.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's dope. That's
How do you feel about him and you guys finding each other again?
That's real. That's excellent. Well, to be completely honest with you, as a man, brotherhood is really important. So to be able to have the type of experiences that we've had together, we when people say, well, we grew up together, no, we really grew up together. We really were separated from our family and we were family on the road, So it's cool to, life has happened and we separated, he has a son. I could ask him for advice. It's amazing, how life is. And I was just telling my mom this, I was making reference to my sisters and I was like, it's so interesting, when you get closer to 30, you recognize all the friends you had, you don't have anymore. Right? It's like when you're young and it's cool, you hanging out with people, and it's after people get past 28, 29 and life becomes really serious. It's you got responsibilities, you got bills, you got all types of stuff, and then you're not close to the people you thought you would still be close to. So it's amazing that, even in the love and hip hop arena, that we could rekindle our relationship.
Now after this bird sat there and stared at that man, pour his heart out, show his sensitive side, be vulnerable. Look at what she did.
April Jones,
Yes.
will you be my girlfriend?
Yes.
See, here's the thing about a bird, fellas. When a bird don't respect a man, not only is she going to use him, but she will always try to break him. I'm just keeping it real.
Timing is everything, and I can care less what people have to say. Love is love.
This right here, fellas, is what you call a very weak man. And when a bird is trying to find some sucker to use, guys like him are always available. Just think about it. This chick been playing in the streets the whole time. Dude's been smashing after she left her baby father. But because she was at a point where she was trying to get in a relationship, and that's the thing about a bird. From time to time, they love to. I'm tired of being in the streets. Let me get in a relationship for a little while, and then I'm gonna return. But the sad part about this, it takes a weak man to betray somebody that you grew up with. Think about how weak you gotta be because you allow pussy, you allow your lust to compromise your morals as a man. That's a very weak individual. And the sad part about it, a bird just used you because this is what happened when he saved the bird.
You mean the same? I'm done. I can't do this. That's not your friend, dude. I'm good. I'm out of here. I'm not about to do this.
Only to realize a bird can't be saved. And look, after this bird used him up, power up, and returned back to the streets, look at what he did.
I did some stuff to my brother. Some snake shit. And I'm not proud of it, man. So I want to sit here humbly and sincerely apologize to you for any turmoil or dysfunction I caused between you and your family, though.
And this is exactly why he's a weak man, because you allow a woman to use you, and then when she leave you, all of a sudden, oh man, my bad. A man like that can't be trusted.
Dre, will fans ever get a chance to hear a Chronic 3 or a Detox anytime soon? We'd love to hear you open up the vaults and release some of that music, man. I'm a huge fan.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And Crooked Cops is one of my favorite records. I'd love it.
Yo, even Dr. Dre got in on the action. Shorty was getting passed around, man. Listen. And you notice there's a difference when she date like certain dudes. Like when she around guys like Dre and Game, she being humble. But when she around Fizz and all that, she be spazzing. You see the difference, fellas? But this didn't last too long, but you know a bird gonna make her way back to the streets and do a thing regardless.
Taye Diggs and Apryl Jones, defying a 16-year age gap, have become a symbol of love without boundaries. Taye, a renowned actor, discovered Apryl on social media, drawn to her humor and personality. Apryl, surprised by Taye's message, found an unexpected connection with him. Their official debut at the Incarnation premiere marked the start of their public journey together. Since then, they've attended numerous events, showcasing their growing relationship. Taye and Apryl's story, transcending age and expectations, inspires many about the power of love.
Yo, even Taye Diggs thought he could save this bird. But he soon realized he couldn't. A bird always makes her way back to the streets.
There are certain gems in the world. George, listen to what I'm saying. There are certain gems in the world that know what they want, know who they want to be with, know themselves. And a lot of times that could be intimidating, a lot of times that could be a lot of times it could be all of the things. It's not always, y'all be so, my journey in my life is...
Nobody left her. Let me just tell y'all that. Ain't nobody left her. She left the situation. Let me tell y'all something. If she wanted that nigga,
Now that she ran through all these different men, she's back in the streets now. However, she's much older. Her body has depreciated. But her mind, she's that same bird in her mind. That hasn't changed. So this is how she's sounding now.
What is happening with the men in the world? They want to be catered to. They
I can't even. When I hear it out loud, it just sounds...
They want to be catered to. They give you bare minimum. They don't want to spend money.
Men will come with the bill will come to the table, and the men don't grab the bill. Women are grabbing the bill first. The women are grabbing the bill first, and we are paying for the bill.
Somebody said, how about he come to you? But that wouldn't even...
That's fine. Come to me. But don't ask, like, don't say you're not going to fly me, but come to New York. Okay, you're going to send for me?
Yeah, because he could have easily just been like, I want to see you. I will come to you.
What is happening with the men? I'm sorry. I think that I just am like really actually old school in the sense that, like, look, I do believe as women we are working these days. There's not a lot of at-home mothers and, you know, whatever, cool. But at the same time, my G, like, come with it or go home. What are we doing? Like, what value are you adding into the life of a woman who is supposed to be catering to the home? Like, you want the woman to cater to the house and make sure that she builds a home for you and to make it comfortable and to cook and to do all those. I believe in that. But like, at what point, if men ain't even flying, you are courting you, bruh, you want me to cook? You want me to clean?
Right.
You want all these things.
Still.
What?
Expecting those things.
No. What's going on?
But then adding on. So it's like.
This right here is sad because this is the definition of the life of a bird. This is how she's going to sound when she's past her prime. But all she know is the streets. The streets is her natural habitat. So now that she's past the prime, she's frustrated. She's angry. She's mad because she's not getting the type of attention that she was getting in her prime when she was able to run through a whole bunch of different dudes and also attract successful men, right? But now that her body and her beauty has depreciated, her mind is still the same. And this is the karma women like her face in the streets. Because based on the fact that they chose the streets, at some point, the streets is going to turn against them. Because they don't have the ability to play in the streets anymore. The streets take away your youth. And once that gone and you're still in the streets, this is how a woman is going to sound. Sounds crazy. Sounding like this after you were able to pull all those good dudes. But every time you pull a good man, you decide to return back to the streets. Now you're out here crying. Like, what's going on? Like, I'm so confused. Like, what's going on? Like, I ain't got my powers no more. Fellas, this right here is the life of a bird. Pay attention to the signs. As a man, it's easy to get the pussy. Just don't fall in love. Because once you fall in love, you become blinded to a bird actions. Because a woman could be doing some bird shit in front of your face, but because you're so in love, you can't see it. And then when you realize it, sometimes it's too late. Fellas, be wise out here.
If you haven't yet, go get you some of that merch. Y'all already know, don't feed the birds. That's what it is. We don't feed the birds over here. So if you rock with your boy, go get you some of that good merch.